But as Senator Domenici said so eloquently at the outset, the strategy we pursued now for over 40 years, a strategy of peace through strength, has directly contributed to the welcome changes that we now see in Eastern Europe and the Soviet Union. And it now is not the time for us to decide that we can fundamentally retreat from the posture, the strategy, the deployments that over the years have in fact produced the result that we now see as the desire for democracy and freedom as bursting out all across Eastern Europe and even the Soviet Union itself. With that, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to ask General Powell to make a few remarks, and then when he finishes, I'd like to present a brief overview.
But we too see these rapidly changing events around the world. We don't have our head in the sand. We're not a bunch of Colonel Blimps who can't understand that the world is changing. And so we welcome the opportunity to restructure and reshape our forces for the new world that we see opening up before us. But at the same time, Mr. Chairman, we want our armed forces to remain the greatest armed forces on the face of the earth, just as Senator Domenici mentioned a few moments ago. And so we want to enter this brave new world in a rather prudent, cautious way and make sure that we don't break up the fine armed force that we have rebuilt over the last 10 years. And so as we look at this new fascinating era, I think there are certain enduring truths that we should not overlook. And the first of these enduring truths is that the Soviet Union, regardless of what transpires in the years ahead, will remain a military superpower, restructured, reformed, less offensive, seeking entry into the world system, but always, always with the ability to put the United States and its interest at military risk. And nowhere is this more true than in the strategic nuclear forces environment. The Soviet Empire may well be transforming itself into a new benign form, or it may be taking a breather, shedding problems and solving problems, retrenching for the future. I hope for the former, but as the principal military advisor to the President and Secretary, I cannot ignore the latter. I think we must also remember that we are a superpower with worldwide interests that go beyond just Europe. We are the leader of great alliances in the Atlantic and the Pacific, and we are also the hope of the third world. And to lead, to provide hope, we must remain strong.